stuck here. The cops won't bother me. A lot of times you don't get to see what's inside, but here it is. I don't have that much space to kind of deal with. Ready to head out, and as you can see, I got the bike all packed out, and I'm going to start heading to Deal's Gap. But first, I'm going to stop at McDonald's, my favorite place, where I always seem to constantly be stopping at. But it's kind of good to kind of like check in on things and stop for a little bit before I head out. And then I might have to go to Walmart just because I need to buy one of those sleeping pads, because it's really uncomfortable sleeping on the floor. You might think, yeah, it's fine, but it really isn't. So I just woke up kind of late too. All right, I'll see you guys. Let's get ready to roll out. Make sure the pole doesn't hit. There we go. All right, and we are out of here, guys. That's good. Man, it was so uncomfortable sleeping in the floor after my pad deflated. It's gotta have a very small puncture, and I used it on my Arizona trip on the CB500, and that was fine. Like, there was no problem with that. I'm gonna go to Walmart and get myself that sleeping pad so I don't have to be all tortured. Just bought me one of these camping pads, so this should help out quite a bit. I think in the future I might just get one of the foam ones instead. I kind of wish that this one was a little bit better quality. Sign in that gas station for a missing hiker. His car was found with his dog locked inside of him, inside the car, and he was missing. They haven't found him. But when you kind of look around, there's a lot of shady people around here. You know, a lot of times you kind of let your guard down, but on a motorcycle you're pretty vulnerable, and this guy even had a car, so to me a car feels a whole lot safer. And I wonder what happened. Yeah, he's probably killed. There's no other way. The dog was left inside his car, locked. I mean, he was locked inside the car. There's no way a hiker or anybody would leave a dog inside. It wouldn't happen. So I think somebody killed him, and that's just something that you guys have to be careful. Around here you just don't know, because you know these areas are pretty poor and people are pretty desperate. So that's even a little bit of an attention getter for me. Like, somebody will mess with you. It's just kind of crazy that the guy disappeared. I'm pretty sure he was killed. There's just no doubt in my mind. Probably the next trip I do, I am going to carry a gun. I think I'm going to do whatever. I know that it's very bad to kind of own a gun these days. People kind of judge you. But I feel like if you go on these trips, it's just a peace of mind to have a gun. And you know, just because you have a gun doesn't mean you're going to go out and shoot things. But when you look at that example of that hiker, if he was carrying, then most likely nothing would happen. And the problem is, a lot of these criminals know that you don't have a gun, because the hiker camping type of person does not have guns. You know, it's just something to carry around. You don't want to carry so much weight. You know, I'm a peaceful person. I'm not violent, but if somebody wants to mess with you, and I mean, this guy was, I think, clearly killed. I mean, he was shot and dragged into the woods somewhere, so his body was not found. Probably put in the back of a pickup truck dead, and then carried off into another part of the woods. I mean, people do this sort of stuff. And when you think about people that are actually missing, it's a lot of times they're just killed. So the roads leading up to... I'm just going to stop here. Look at this. That's kind of odd. This is a Man, I'm glad I stopped. Look, there's no stop sign for these guys, except there's one for those. And there's no stop sign here. I think they completely forgot to put a stop sign here. Yeah, having a GPS is a little bit of a safety thing. Like, you can definitely see some of the things that are coming up. And it's not just about finding the roads, but when you're riding twisties and then all of a sudden there's a stop sign in front of you, normally they will show the intersection on the GPS. So you have a little bit of a safety margin there.